What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of College Hill Celebrity Addiction, season 2, episode 3. Work hard, play harder. Let me just say this, or I should say, party harder. I really do not understand why Ray J is on this show, and I have yet to find the answer because it was cute and then it got slightly annoying in the first season, and now it's just all the way annoying, okay? Because at this point it's like, yeah, in the first season, I guess you can say you were kind of like the comedic relief or whatever, the class clown. But listen, sir, we don't need all of that. I mean, it just don't come naturally. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like he's putting on for show and he's doing it all on purpose. And I get to it. But this episode was actually pretty good. Truth be told, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I actually like this version of College Hill, the celebrity version, because even though, they're going to school and they're getting certificates, they're not getting real degrees. A lot of the people that have been coming on this show, even though it's only 2 seasons, they actually are engaging in the classes. They actually act like they care about the classes, some of them, okay? And, it looked like they getting something from it and they like the experience that they have. And that's all that I can ask for. Like, don't make a mockery of this system where a whole bunch of people actually go to school for 4 years to try to get this degree when you're getting a crash course in it. The least you can do is show appreciation for it, okay? But we get into it, and they are supposed to be going to the Legacy Justice Museum, something like that, African American Equality. Let me look it up, because I really want to African, let me see, Legacy Museum. The EJI, the Legacy Museum from Enslavement to Mass Incarceration. Baby, let me tell you something. This episode really was heavy on that, and I just, it touched me a little bit. It touched me a little bit because I really did want to see like how a few of the people that are on the show, they're mixed race. You got Amber Rose, you got Parker, and even Jocelyn being born in Puerto Rico, being grown in Puerto Rico, and then coming over here to America and seeing how that works when it comes to slavery that was going on over here, and the racism and all of that stuff, get their perspective on it. And so this is what they were doing today for their project. They were going on a field trip to this museum. Prior to that, before they got there, I do appreciate the fact that Jocelyn listened to Parker, and Parker, she said, listen, I'm going to just clear the air with her because she already feels as though I went and talked to other people about the situation, or tried to talk behind her back and be sneaky, and that really wasn't what it was. And, I'm glad that Jocelyn was receptive to it, but I need her to understand that talking about the girl could have came to her or whatever if she had an issue. She tried to come to you, but you had the door locked for hours and she knocked multiple times. All right. So you can't say that she didn't try. And as Parker said, she went to the group to see how she should come to you about it, not talk about you, but come to you about the problem and address you without offending you, okay? And, she acknowledged the fact that, her personality is a little bit harsher than a little of everybody else's. And, sometimes it could be a little brash or whatever. And I had to give her that. Parker was like, listen, this is somebody that I already seen on TV and I know how she is. I tune in to see her stuff too. So I just never thought that I'd be one of the bitches that she cussed out, and she even apologized for calling her a bitch. So I was like, all right, Jocelyn, we went hard on you in the first couple of episodes. It seems like you learning a little bit. And it's cool. Meanwhile, they trying to figure out where the hell Ray J at. Okay, this is when they realize that he's no longer in there because he left the night before and didn't say nothing. Now, let me tell you something. The least you could have did, Ray J, was at least send a mass text out or whatever, a group text if you didn't want to wake them up so that they can see it when you woke up and be like, yo, I'm not going to be there. I have some stuff to do or whatever, instead of them just looking like what's going on, you know. Meanwhile, they get to the museum, baby. They had to split up in 4 groups, because they was doing 4 different topics: mass incarceration, lynching, racial terror, and segregation. Okay, and they wasn't allowed to bring in the cameras up in there, but everybody was giving their honest opinion about how it felt to actually go inside this museum and to feel the heaviness in all of it. Let me just say this. I've always wanted, and I thought about whether or not I really wanted to do like a tour of a plantation, because I know like one of the famous plantations is the Whitney Plantation. And I do want to go to the African American History Museum, is it the African American Smithsonian Museum? Is that what it's called? The big one down up in DC, the newest one that's been new for the past few years. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to that one. And at this point, I want to go to this one too. Because, baby, I already told y'all I love history, okay? I love history of all kinds, and especially African American history and African history. I was one of those people that, even though I went to a black school for grammar school and elementary school, junior high, I went to a black school. Then I went to a more diverse high school, but it was, I would say, predominantly black, but it was still diverse, and I was still able to learn about African Americans and the things that we went through. I had African American history, I had African history, African American literature, and all of that. So I was glad to have that. But then when I get up in college, you know, things change, because you don't really have a lot of black professors up in there. And you see all these courses that are dedicated and catered to a certain type of demographic, but not you. And so I was glad to at least find at least 1 or 2 courses that talked about, you know, ancient African civilizations, okay, get my shit together, and African American literature as well. Again, African American history, African American art, African art, I should say, ancient African civilizations and kingdoms and stuff, you know, literature, all of that. And of course, I got A's up in them, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, I got A's, and you know, that was like the only class, one of those classes, out of all 3 of those classes that was African classes, African black centered. Do you know that only one of them was taught by a black professor? I said, what? Now, the one that was talking to us about like the African art or whatever, it was a white person, okay? I can't remember what his name was, but he was white. I just know he wasn't black. But the African literature, the all of that, he was a black man. He was a black man, you know what I'm saying? He was so down to earth or whatever. He was cute too. I said, oh, Mr. Professor, you're nice. You know, he was a nice person or whatever. And so I really learned and made sure I put forth my effort to show up to his class for real, because black on black on black, you know what I'm saying? And I just really felt that home. And you know, it was like me and another black person up in that class. This was college. I went to DePaul University, Catholic ass, you know, private university. One of the biggest business schools or universities out here in Chicago. Baby, when I saw that it was only me and another person that was up in there of color, okay, I said, huh. Now, why are y'all up in here? Are y'all in here because y'all needed an elective, okay, and y'all thought that this was going to be easy, or this was the only thing that was left? I really had concerns, but I mean, I hope they learned something. Now, they probably went on to be mad. I don't know. I don't want to say that. But see, they was up in there giving their experiences, and people was crying, and then, you know, Parker was like, she being biracial, she still identifies as a black woman. And I said, true, because when I look at you, I don't see necessarily biracial, which I can see biracial, but I could also see a light-skinned black person. That's just what I see. You know, most of these biracial bitch, I'm like, girl, I know you black and white, but bitch, I'm gonna just call you black, but you know, you're gonna you wanna hang out with both your sides and you wanna identify with both your sides, do what you gotta do. But in my eyes, nigga, you black. If you look like me, bitch, you black, okay? Somebody, they always be asking me if no, bitch, I'm not, okay? I am black. I got a black mama and a black daddy, black grandparents. Girl, my daddy had text my mama because she texted me. The last time I heard from him was on my birthday, and he just sent a text saying, oh, it's your birthday. And I said, yeah. And he was like, okay. I said, oh, all right. I ain't heard nothing else. Mama been in the hospital multiple times since then. I ain't heard nothing. And then you gonna text my mama and say, it's your mama birthday? First of all, my mama don't even with her mama, okay? Second of all, the lady is 82 years old today. Let me just say this. I feel like a lot of us had a good grandparent that we love, a good grandmama that we love so much, and we have another one that we love them, but they were mean as shit, and they just so negative, and it just make you like not even want to be around them. That was my daddy mama, okay? And you know, she had a little stroke or whatever. I hate to say it like this. She had a stroke back in the day, girl, and she been in a nursing home ever since, and now she got dementia. I haven't seen her in years. And you know, somebody has said so. Don't nobody fuck with the people that's on their daddy side. I had to say, I don't talk to none of them. I do not talk to none of them, okay? I can't tell you how old them people are. I can't tell you how many kids them people probably got by now. I can't tell you nothing. Baby, I didn't even know today was my grandmama's birthday. Because she didn't talk to us. You know, she ain't reach out to us when she was in her right frame of mind. So, girl, fuck all that. You know, but hey, happy birthday, Grandma. It sounds so bad, and I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. My mama had sent me a text message and told me that, and said that that's what my daddy said, right? And I said, girl, when I saw her name, I literally thought you was about to say that she died. Because it's only been this year that I thought that she was still alive. I just found out that she was still alive. I'm sorry. That's how disconnected we are. But anyway, I don't even know how we got onto that, but I just want to put that out there. But, you know, Parker said, listen, she grew up in she went to like all white schools or whatever. So, you know, she learning some new stuff as well. And I was like, oh, that's cute and all that. You know, Tiffany, of course, Tiffany be acting like she acting, but I really feel like that's literally how Tiffany is, okay? And y'all know Tiffany is a Capricorn, okay? I'm learning so much about y'all Capricorn motherfuckers. Like, wow, it's so many different sides to us because I had no clue. Like, I knew Tiffany was a Capricorn. Y'all see how goofy and over the top she is. A lot of the Capricorns that I know, we could be a little bit goofy, but baby, most of the time, we've subdued a little bit, okay? And we're about getting our shit done. Girl, then you done found out the people on Real Housewives of Atlanta, all them motherfuckers is Capricorns. I said, what? Martell, Courtney, and Sheree. I said, God damn, what the hell is going on? I said, I don't act like that. I don't act like that. You know, I don't. Don't put me in that category. All right. So they having that little discussion. Of course, Tiffany took it to heart. You know, even Jocelyn took it to heart. She up there crying and everything. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I love it. You know, y'all really took in the experience. I also want to go to the Holocaust Museum, and we have one out here. And I can go there free because we got a ticket to it. I'm going to wind up going. I just got to get my emotions intact because I know for sure these museums be hitting on your heartstring. So when they finally get home, of course, Ray J still ain't there. Iman, he shows up, but they wanted to play a prank on Iman. You know, they was going to act like, you know, what's his name? Quay and Jocelyn was going to be getting into it. You know, and also it was Amber's birthday as well. Quay and Jocelyn was gonna get into it or whatever, and then Jocelyn gonna come up there and throw some water on him. So that's what we saw on the preview, okay? That little trailer. And kind of found out it was all a prank, and Iman was looking like, what shit, what the hell is going on? Like, you mean to tell me I can't leave without y'all getting into it with each other? So I guess that means I have to stay to keep the order up in the house, okay? But when they realized that it was a prank, because she did throw that water on him, and they acted that out real good, because they really thought that it was going down. And it was cute. It was a funny moment or whatever. And I really liked it. Moving on from that, they go to the classroom. And I appreciate the fact that Iman, even though he missed a couple of days because he had prior obligations, he told the people what was going on. And you heard him say in the last episode when he was going to miss it that he had already talked to the professors and told them what was up. See, that's what you do. You take initiative. If you're going to do an experiment like this, you let them know what's going on. That is the difference between everybody else and Ray J, or Iman and Ray J, because Ray J just left and didn't tell nobody. All right, he ain't had no excuse. He just left, you know. So the next day when they were having to do this presentation, and I like the fact that they showed all of them just trying to get their presentations out and everything, you know, working on it, actually doing work. You know, Iman took it upon himself to go to the museum at 8 o'clock in the morning, okay, before class, and do a run through. And I said, see, he took the initiative, and I'm glad he did that so that he could still participate in the assignment. Even though he wasn't paired up with anybody, he still was able to give his thoughts. You know, he was like, going through the whole thing, you just see how the system is. And, you know, when he was in school and you was a kid, you learned about the slavery and everything. But in the same time, you thinking that, oh, they doing this just because they really don't fuck with us or whatever. And most of the time, you realize as you get older, that was one reason, but they also was doing it for money. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's just what it was. Slavery was a cash fucking cow. King Cotton was king. You know what I'm saying? Money, all of that stuff, whatever. But you know, you get the pairs get up there and they talk about the different topics that they had. Tiffany and Parker had mass incarceration. Did they have mass incarceration? Mass incarceration, I believe. Yeah, they had mass incarceration, a topic that is still going on, or a situation that is still going on, which is modern day slavery, you know, and how it started, especially this day or this generation with the crack epidemic in the 80s, when they were just giving high number of years in jail for a little rock of crack, but not the same amount for cocaine, when crack is made from cocaine. Crack is literally a different form of cocaine, a rocked up form of cocaine. That's just what it was. And you get more for having crack on you than you did having cocaine on you, especially back in the 80s. And it was a racial thing, because a lot of the people that was doing cocaine back then was the white people, the people in Wall Street, the upper crust people or whatever. You know, you did have some regular people doing cocaine, but in the hoods and stuff, what was really going around? The crack epidemic. So, you know, they punished us and put that war on drugs and all that stuff. Mind you, they was flooding the neighborhoods with that. Y'all saw Snowfall, and that shit ain't no lie, okay? Oh, it's a documentary on Netflix called either Crackdown. Let me look it up for y'all, because y'all know I like to give y'all some stuff. Let me turn my volume down just in case. All right. Let me see. It's called Crack. It literally, okay, it's called Crack, Cocaine, Corruption, and Conspiracy. It's like an hour and a half long. I want y'all to watch that. It's really, really good. It's on Netflix, okay? And it details all the stuff. I was sitting there watching like, damn, America is fucked up, okay? The government is fucked up. The shit that they do to black folks, crazy. Meanwhile, you get, you know, Tiffany, she did talk about, you know, something that she saw, the things that the racial slurs and stuff that they talked about and called us. When she said that shit about Negro jerky, I said, bitch, what? Like, when you hear certain stuff, I don't know, we was looking at something and they was saying different type of racial slurs in the show that was for that time period, and it was a period piece or whatever, and I never heard the shit, and I cannot remember what it was, but it was throwing me off so bad, because I was like, who the fuck? Somebody called a black person a Tootsie Roll, and it's like, you laugh because you cannot believe it. It's one of those, oh my God, uneasy, I cannot believe you would say some dumb shit, ignorant, fucked up shit like that, to stop being so fucking angry, because bitch, it caught me off guard. And when she said Negro jerky, I said, what? beautiful do you have to be to come up with this shit? Okay, to come up with these fucking slurs. Like, what? Are you serious? I ain't never heard no shit like that. But then you get, you know, Amber and was it Amber and Quay? They got up there talking about racial tensions or something like that, or was it segregation? Segregation, okay. You know, all of that, and then no, it was Quay and Tiffany that was up there talking about racial tensions, okay. And then you got the other ones talking about, Amber was talking about segregation. I can't remember who she was up there with, but who all was up in the house? Not Iman, but Orion. There it is. Okay, they did all of that, and it was very informative, you know. So they did that. After they go through that, you had Tiffany go to her first class practice for the flag thing, and then you had Quay go to the practice for the marching band, and you had Parker go to practice for the spirit squad, you know, look like majorettes or whatever. And basically everybody is practicing for the, what is it, Magic City Classic, which is this big game that is against Alabama State and Alabama AMA or something like that. You know, both of the Alabama colleges out there, universities out there. So it's just like a, you know, friendly rivalry that they have. And, you know, I always like that because, listen, when Parker was up in there trying to get the dance, it made me think about when Stacey Dash came up in there for like 2 days and she went to one practice, and the next thing you know, that bitch was gone. Baby, Stacey Dash had me fucking crying the first season when she left up out of there and said she wasn't feeling good, and she had a medical emergency, and she was underneath that sheet in the ambulance, and wasn't damn nothing wrong with her. She just didn't want to do this show because she was around too many niggas. Y'all be seeing her on TikTok. She trying to change her ways. She trying to change her ways. It is so funny. Y'all remember when she put up that thing saying she did not know DMX had died? Imagine he was gone for like a year or so. Anyway, moving on from that. They come home and you know, Quay, he said it's time to rest. It's time to just chill out, get under the covers. Quay had all that food. Listen, he went and got an armful of junk food and just laid in the bed. And him trying to open up whatever that was that Amber Rose was trying to open up. That shit was funny as hell because she couldn't pull it. She gave it to him to pull it. He couldn't get it open. Baby, he said, hold up, because I'm a motherfucking man and this is testing my strength. Girl, Tiffany came up in there. He said, I will be pissed if she get that thing. Bitch, Tiffany said, roar, and it broke open. He was like, ain't this some shit? She hulk up in this bitch, because that's literally what she did. I like the little comedy stuff up in there. It's real cute. The camaraderie, you know. So they got that going on. And then Ray J comes back. Ray J come back, and it's like he should have just stayed gone. Because like I said, you know, sometimes it's funny, but then sometimes it's just too much and it's just annoying. And he's becoming annoying because you know at this point he's doing all of this on purpose, and we've seen this before. You did this the first season. You do this on every show that you're on. And I'm sitting here like, how about we pick people next time that are actually where the whole cast is going to actually appreciate being there? And I don't know if you're just trying to show like not everybody is going to be here for it, and you always got that one person that want to be different, but come on. I just feel like he's so disrespectful, and to the professors that's taking their times out doing this stuff because they're doing things outside of their regular curriculum, okay? Because you could tell, because the classrooms are not filled when you look at them. It may be a couple of other students that's in there to fill it up a little bit to make it seem like it's a real classroom, but in all essence, it's just them and probably 3 or 4 other regular students, you know? And that ain't a whole classroom, right? So you get them all going to acting class. And this is what really bothered me about Ray J. Parker Posey been acting since she was a kid. you've been acting since you was a teen, okay? And I feel as though she wasn't complaining about already being in the SAG or already being on TV shows and stuff like that. She wasn't complaining about that, okay? He is complaining about that. He is complaining about the fact that they got him in a class and I'm already in SAG and I'm a SAG actor and that's the, company or whatever union group with the actors and all that shit. And I'm just sitting here like, all right, you been on TV, you did this or whatever. How they can't tell you nothing. Let me tell you something. Just because you've been on TV, you didn't have to go to acting school, or you've been in this production, you've been in that production. That don't mean that you're a good actor. That don't mean that you know all of the basics, okay? That don't mean a damn thing, Ray J. Because I'm gonna tell you this: you're not a good actor. You're not a trained actor, so you could care to stand to learn some stuff, okay? To how to emote, how to get down into your deepest of feelings. Talk about something. This ain't no therapy class, and you up here, reaching down and earthing stuff from people. That's how you do it, acting class. Because when you act, you want them to make you feel that from the screen. They want to feel that actual emotion. That is what acting is, bitch. And he made me so fucking mad when he said that shit. And I'm sitting here like, Parker is not complaining. And yet you complaining. Why are you here? I mean, at one point, he wasn't turning to the page right. He was going to sleep. He had his glasses on. He was just being a fucking class clown ass nuisance, and it's not funny. It was quite irritating, okay? And the professor wanted them to, for their final, they was talking about metaphors, and choose a metaphor or something that describes their whole life. That says I am most, but when he said I feel most love when, and then Tiffany said when his penis is inside of me, I said, oh my God, what type of bullshit is this? Can we be serious? Can we be serious? That's all I said, girl, that was something that white man putting it on you like that, Tiffany. Oh, okay. But anyway, so you get that, and at one point, they was like, I'm at my happiest when, and Amber said she's not happy. One of her favorite holidays is Halloween, and they was like, what? And it was because, she grew up in such a toxic and trauma-filled environment, and you could tell that she's been through a whole bunch in her life. And when she said she wasn't happy, I could see that she's not happy. You know what I'm saying? We could see it. And she has been through a whole bunch of stuff. We saw it publicly. We saw, she's probably been fighting stuff privately. We could just see it. She's just not that Amber Rose that we saw when she first came on the scene. She didn't live through some shit, okay, just like everybody else, but her shit probably was just more public as well, put on top of the childhood trauma that she has. And she's talking about how, she got to pay for everybody and take care of everybody. And, the only time that she was happy and could be something else was at Halloween because they were so poor and all this stuff. And then Halloween comes around and she could be somebody else, and that's why she liked Halloween so much. And she broke down and cried. I felt so damn bad for Amber, bitch. I said, damn. It was sad. And I feel like some of the assignments that they be having, it be so easy. This metaphor shit, bitch, I do that right then and there and be like, okay, I ain't really got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? I just tell you this right now. All right, going to the museum and talking about what I saw. Baby, I can do that right now. Okay, I ain't got to write nothing down, But they had to present that in pairs, so, maybe. But then they went home, and especially because Amber had the little breakdown, they want to make sure that she had a little birthday party. And it was very, very lit, I guess. And, she had a lot of fun with it. And she said she don't really celebrate. She don't like celebrating her birthday, And so this was something different for her. They had a little turn up. Everybody was there. Jocelyn told her, "Happy birthday, bitch. My husband coming into town. We gonna kick it over here for a minute. He gonna bring some alcohol and then I'm gonna go fuck." That's literally what she said. I said, at least you kept it real. And that's exactly what happened. Jocelyn came out there dressed up like it was her day. Her man came through there and brought some liquor for Amber Rose. They partied down for a bit and then they left. You know, Amber was having a good time and all that stuff. And she was like, but I just don't feel like it's right to get drunk as shit on a school night. You know, see, she's still thinking about why they are there. And so she goes to sleep. It's 7 o'clock. Everybody's supposed to be waking up. Who don't wake up? Tiffany wakes up, but she said she don't feel good. She's completely hungover. Jocelyn is hungover. She said, listen, her man left early in the morning and it was a lot. So, and of course, who don't wake up? Ray J. We already knew that wasn't going to happen. Meanwhile, so Amber wakes up and she tried to wake Ray J up because remember earlier in the season, like in the first and second episode, she said she was going to try to watch out for Ray J and make sure he don't make the same mistakes that he did in the first season. She tried. I said, girl, that ain't your responsibility. You are there for yourself, okay? Take care of yourself. Make sure you get to school. So the only people that wound up going to class, and it was Dr. Patty's. First, they had to go to a French class, right? So it was Orion, Iman, Quay, and Parker, and Amber. Those 5 were the one that was there. And when they... Iman was talking because... You know, they was presenting stuff. Oh, my God, I missed the fact when Tiffany and Quay was sitting up in the room and they was having a discussion about going to the museum and pissed off. Well, Tiffany was like, she just kept on saying, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime situation. I said, now, girl, going to that Legacy Museum is not a once-in-a-lifetime situation. Y'all can fly down there to Alabama and y'all can go ahead and go to that Legacy Museum anytime you want, okay? But I get what she was saying. She talking about this college experience, I guess. And instead of saying HBCU, she kept on saying HCBU. I said, historically college black university? I mean, I guess, but no. It took at least 3-4 chances before she actually got it right. Quay kept on repeating it and she kept on saying it wrong. I said, God damn, that was the first time I ever heard somebody say it like that. Meanwhile, they get up in that French class and, you know, they talking and the professor talking in French and, you know, presente. Here go, Quay. Presente. No, that's not what it is. It's presente or something like that. I said, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, they was surprised that Iman was actually speaking. He said, listen, you can tell me anything and I can imitate it, okay? I can give it right back to you, okay? I said, I know that's right. Meanwhile, he was high as hell, okay? He was high as hell. They get out of that. They go to acting class and it was like, well, he not here, Ray J. And at one point, the professor got pissed off and called him and said, quit playing, bring your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you done already missed several days of school, several assignments and all of that. Baby, they at the house eating, okay, going to sleep, doing nothing. That's just basically what it was. And I get it that you were a little hungover, but you should have knew better. You should have known better not to go so hard the night before. Meanwhile, they get over there to Dr. Petty's, okay? Dr. Petty had them, and she said, don't be missing no class unless you have a valid excuse, all right? And, of course, Ray J is not there, Tiffany is not there, and Jocelyn is not there. And they were paired up with others in the classroom, or I should say, with the people that they came with, the cast. Because the assignment was they had to do certain stanzas from the school's song, okay? And so when they did that, Quay got up there. He was partnered with Ray J, but you know, now Ray J ain't there. And so he gets up there and he do his thing, and then Parker and Orion do their thing, and Iman, he gets up there, and Iman was like, did y'all hear how Dr. Petty was just so in? She was so taken and flooded with Quay when he said, oh, I said, oh, you was here for that. Quay can't sing. I will give him that because he was playing around, but then he had to put that little run in there. She was like, oh. I said, put your drawers back on. I don't even think you his type, okay? All right, I'm just saying that. But yeah, you get that. And Amber, she had another assignment because it's all this the song mostly is very like religious filled and all that stuff, and she don't believe in God. And I mean, I get it, and I'm so surprised and actually appreciative that the professor gave her alternative assignment. But I feel like, because other professors probably would have been like, girl, it's just a damn song. Just go ahead and memorize it for the assignment or you'll get an F. But she gave her alternative assignment, which was to name the Marian Nine, who actually founded the school. And she said she know their first name, but she don't know their last names or whatever. She can't remember. I said, it's 9 people. That's a simple assignment, girl. You couldn't do. And she gave her an extension to next week. I said, these simple shit that y'all got to do, and y'all not taking it serious, because I would have loved to have that little assignment. Okay, look up the 9 names and memorize them, baby. Do you want them in alphabetical order, or do you want them by age, or do you want them by gender? Which one? Okay, which one you want? I'll give it to you front to back. That's simple. That's simple. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Dr. Patty. Dr. Patty looked like, and I had to remember that they down in Alabama. She reminds me like she could be related to I don't know if some of y'all on here that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. She looked like she wanted Letitia and Kiki and them people, okay? They just got a look, and she looked like them a little bit. Like, is you one of their cousins, okay? Because at one point, Kiki, she was a professor. English professor at that. I said, all right, what's going on? Meanwhile, they get back to the house. They kicking it. Next thing you know, they hit a doorbell ring, bitch. Dr. Patty then came through. Dr. Patty then came through. I said, see, first of all, what professor does house call? That's how you know this is all for TV. What fucking professor does house calls like that? Because they don't do that at my school. They don't do that shit. And truth be told, baby, you ain't have to have no excuse as to why you didn't come. You grown. You didn't want to show up. You didn't show up. Just know that the attendance be part of your grade. You better turn in all your assignments. And most of the time, the assignments you turn in online. And if you got a presentation, you just better be there for the presentation, the midterm, and every test that we got, and that final, okay? But yeah, it was a cute episode. It wasn't so much drama filled. It actually wasn't drama filled at all. It was very, very cute. I liked it. I enjoyed it. You guys tell me how y'all felt about the episode, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bell Collective come on tomorrow, okay? And yes, I will be reviewing it. I actually like that show. So y'all tell me what's up, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.